Hey guys, it's Steady here for January 2019's Mega Video Roundup, and what a roundup it is. Let's dive straight into the action and find out how you can individualize and customize your playing experience in these 5 awesome games. Okay, so you know you're about to be thrown in at the deep end when a game gives you a permadeath toggle for all 3 difficulties. And that is what this game is, it's hard. Mutant-Year-Zero Road to Eden is a brutally tough experience and will completely stop your progress at the drop of a hat. And this dynamic is not for everyone, but mastering it will make you feel like a god. Mutant-Year-Zero is a turn-based combat type game that draws a lot of similarities with the XCOM franchise, which by the way is also available on the MTU. And as I mentioned before, this game is tough. I mean, I only played it on the easiest difficulty, and I can't even imagine what it's like on any other, especially with permadeath switched on. Well, at least I can't imagine it without the MTU. The MTU offers 17 unique cheats and premium training codes, things like no reloads, medkits, weapon parts and artifact points, or you can go the hardcore route and give yourself 0 medkits, 0 scraps, 0 weapon parts and 0 artifact points. All these things are going to make for an ultimately customizable experience. Check it out now in the MTU, Mutant-Year-Zero Road to Eden. Awesome. El Presidente is back in time of political turmoil and social unrest. The people are calling for visionary leaders who will steer the fate of their country with foresight and ingenuity. Prove yourself, once again, as a feared dictator or peace-loving statesman on the island state of Tropico. Under new developers Limbic Entertainment, Tropico doesn't feel like it's a huge change from previous entries. This doesn't mean there's no changes at all, and also that doesn't mean Tropico's not good. It's still awesome. The game is still full of resources to take advantage of, letting you build up your city, if not crops and animals, natural resources like coal, iron, oil and uranium to name a few. All of these can be exported or imported if the land you settle on doesn't have what you already need. Import and export is an essential utility as well. Completing trade routes to improve your relations with other factions, and these factions do change depending on the area you're currently in. The major use for the resource is to create a cycle of prosperity and development for your land. If only Theresa May knew this. The MTU offers 13 unique balancing codes, things like infinite energy, God mode on your buildings and base reputation with certain factions, and it also offers hardcore and nightmare, so you can minus your money to minus 100,000 or set your knowledge back to 0. The game awaits its full release, coming out on the 29th of January 2019. In Strange Brigade, you take up the role as a member of the eponymous task force, itself made up of 4 specialists, each with their own unique skills and attributes. You have the Lass from Lancashire, Gracie Wraithwaite, great for close quarters combat, Nalagu Rushinda, warrior of an ancient tribe with speed on her side, thick-skinned soldier Frank Furborn, and Professor Archimedes, the team's resident secret finder. And this ragtag group of heroes all have to band together to defeat the ancient Egyptian witch queen. And in a bid to put it down for good, you'll work your way through the game's 9 secret fill levels as a Brigade member, and beyond the few defining traits mentioned, all play and operate pretty similarly, until you find and discover the collectibles necessary for crafting your own custom loadout. Starting off with a fairly basic main weapon, sidearm and a grenade, only by exploring every nook and cranny of Strange Brigade's intricate multi-layered levels will you improve your character and advance their role. I mean, with the MTU you got a bit of an advantage. 16 unique balancing codes give you the ability to spend as much time as you like exploring every nook and cranny. Things like God mode are really going to help out with that, or you can go complete nightmare and reset your money to 0. Either way, the MTU has got you covered. Check out Strange Brigade, it's a fun one. Now I have to say that out of all the RTS/sim hybrids, Anno is my favourite in the genre. It neatly combines the city building tranquility of the settlers with the awesome diplomatic origins of Age of Empires to make it a deep and absorbing game. Now we know people don't generally get excited for a game such as Anno 1404. However, it is one of the most playable and fundamentally pleasant strategy games that I've played recently. It's also one of the most gorgeous looking games I've played in a while. Visually it's quite extraordinary, and if I'd been in charge of publishing it, then we'd be pushing it harder than if we saw Jar Jar Binks at the top of a flight of stairs. Now if you want to experience it in a more fun way, The MTU offers 9 unique codes to enhance your experience and play the way that you want to play. Things like infinite ships, infinite units, even ship god mode, and adding pretty much as much money as you can ever spend. The MTU pretty much has it all. And also, did I mention that Anno 1800 is coming to the MTU in February? The best part about theHunter Call of the Wild is hands down the environments. Absolutely breathtaking in every way. You'll even have the pleasure of seeing the sun peep in and out of the clouds, various smatterings of weather take over, and anything else you might realistically find out in the great outdoors. Very rarely I have seen a game that handles wild surroundings quite in the way this one does. Even when the rain comes, you can see the wind carrying it over the brush visibly and realistically. Walking to a shoreline, you're greeted with a soothing sound of water lapping up against the rocks gently. Now I have to say, this is the greatest ASMR game in history. Now let's actually get back to the core mechanics of the game, the actual hunting. Now there are some tidbits aside from the actual shooting of the animals to do to occupy you, but instead of it being something you seek out, it feels more like something you sparsely stumble upon. A collection of outposts to see with lovely vistas as a reward was my ultimate mark in happiness when playing the Hunter Call of the Wild. The hunting, a little bit tedious. This is where the MTU comes in. With all the unique balancing codes they have on offer, it makes it easier to upgrade your weapons and your lures rather quickly, giving yourself experience points in rifles and pistols, plus money to actually buy the things that you want, not to mention the skills and perk points. Now I can honestly say that Hunter Call of the Wild won't be for everyone, but I had a lot of fun playing it. I've easily done 70 to 80 hours on Call of the Wild, and I'll be honest, I could probably do another 70 with the MTU. There's just so much to unlock and so much to do. Now it's time for me to wait for more expansions. Okay guys, if you like this video, don't forget to like it. If you disliked it, let us know in the comments what you want us to do next time to change it. Hit the bell for instant notifications, and I'll see you guys in the next video roundup. Ciao!